Arsenal took home the first piece of silverware of the season as they beat treble winners Manchester City on penalties to lift the Community Shield. Hi guys, welcome along to Arsenal Fan Zones, the show that brings you the latest update as it concerns Arsenal. If you're visiting this channel for the first time, please do well to hit on the subscribe button and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. Come on guys, let's take this to 400 subscribers. Manchester City looked on course to add a fourth trophy of the year to their collection, with Cole Palmer's fine calling shot giving them the lead on 77 minutes. Well, unfortunately for them, they were handed a third straight Community Shield defeat. Substitute Cole Palmer's appeared to have won it for City in normal time after a fine calling finish, only for an unfortunate last-gap Manuel Akanji own goal to earn Arsenal a 1-1 draw and take the game to a shootout. Arsenal scored all their spot kicks while Kevin De Bruyne fired against the bar and Champions League final match winner Rodri's poor effort was saved by Aaron Ramsdale. Now, in what could be seen as a repeat of 12 months ago, Erling Haaland had a quiet afternoon in this fixture, having just 13 touches, but his replacement, Palmer, had appeared set to add another trophy to the brimming cabinet at the Etihad Stadium. Arsenal had their moment and arguably got the goal their play had deserved when a late Leandro Trossard effort took a heavy deflection off the unwitting Akanji. There had been plenty of positives for Arsenal during the 90 minutes and they should have led at the break after new signing Kai Havertz made two great, glaring chances. There were good performances from fellow newcomers Jurrien Timber and Arsenal's most expensive player Declan Rice, with goalkeeper Aaron Ramsdale sharp late on to keep them in the game and set up the grandstand finish. He could do nothing about Palmer's opener, with the 21-year-old bending a brilliant strike into the far corner after a superb break from Phil Foden. Hopefully, the win can be the catalyst to launch another battle with Manchester City for the major honours which will be handed out at the other end of the campaign. Arsenal have won on their last 5 Community Shield appearances and are outright second on the honours list with 17 overall. They will now have their sights on bigger prizes to come this season. Well, I don't know what you think about this, but here are the player ratings from the game. We start off in goal where Aaron Ramsdale had a solid performance, although wasn't really tested until late in the contest. Well, he was almost embarrassed when Rodri tried to lob him from his own half. He saved well from John Stones' second half header and then in even more impressive circumstances from Rodri's flicked header. And then to great effect from Rodri in the shootout. Aaron Ramsdale gets a 9 for that. At right back where we had Ben White. Ben White was absolutely excellent on the right flank. He distributed the ball well, went toe-to-toe with England teammate Jack Grealish and then showed in his offensive play why he is a better fullback than a centre-half. Well, Ben White gets an 8 for his performance. We also had William Saliba. Saliba was, largely responsible for Erling Haaland's 13 touches in 62 minutes of play. He excellently snuffed out a dangerous cross in the first half. He will definitely be crucial for Arsenal again this season. Saliba gets a 7. His partner Gabriel Magalhaes, well, he combined well with his centre-back partner both in and out of possession. He gets a 6 for his performance. And then, of course, Jurrien Timber. The Dutchman had a tricky assignment in the form of Bernardo Silva, but the new arrival quickly settled into the contest after a tough start. He defended superbly throughout the game, and he gets a 7 for his performance. So we move over to the midfield where we had Thomas Partey. Like the rest of his teammates, it took some time for Partey to settle. Once he settled his feet, the Ghanaian helped Arsenal grow into the contest with his dual winning capacity and distribution. Well, however, he was rolled superbly by Phil Foden in the build-up to City's opener. He gets a 7 for his performance. And of course, we had Declan Rice, Arsenal's most expensive player. He showed one of the major reasons why Arsenal signed him, although a bit of a vintage start from the new guy, but he showed glimpses of his marauding self early in the second half and then gently raised his game to produce an eventual industrious display. His stamina sets him apart from most midfielders anywhere else on the planet. He gets an 8 for his performance.
If you have gone this far watching this video, please take a moment and hit on the subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video.
Martin Odegaard. Great performance from the young lad. His creativity was vital in the game. He had a good penalty to start the shootout, and he gets a 7 for his performance. Then to Bukayo Saka. Well, not exactly sparkling, but he was very effective. He also scored from the penalty spot, and he gets a 7 for his performance. To the attack where we had Kai Havertz. I mean, this was going to be his first major competitive game for Arsenal. He had great touches, which he often showed at Chelsea. He was fouled a bit, but later produced a needless kick out and was duly shown a yellow card. Well, another interesting part of Kai Havertz's game was, missing two pretty clear openings in the first half, which would, and of course, should have had the Gunners ahead at the break. Of course, there was Gabriel Martinelli, who had an excellent hold or play at moments, but took a first half corner which went out of play behind the goal. He eventually grew into the game before being replaced by Leandro Trossard. Martinelli gets a 7 for his performance. Leandro Trossard, who replaced Gabriel Martinelli, was rather isolated out on the left flank until he benefited from two deflections to score a crazy goal, and eventually the game went into penalties. Great performance from the young lad as well. He gets a 7 for his performance. And of course, lastly, Kieran Tierney, who came in the 75th minute as a replacement for Jurgen Timber. I mean, he had an untimely slip that actually cost him dearly just 2 minutes after he came on, allowing Cole Palmer to call in the ball into the net. He gets a 6 for his performance. Well, I don't know what to make of the ratings, the general performance of the team, and what to expect as the season begins in a couple of days from now. The trophy might not be the kind of trophy that Arsenal fans are actually looking out for. But again, there's no better way to start the season than winning games like this. Please leave your views in the comment section, and do not forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. And also, do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you get to be notified whenever there's a new video. I'll see you some other time.